Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Barakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are well taught me this truth. And peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Yashar Kabar, back again for another lesson. All right, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the elect, and touch on a few things. All right, just speaking on these false prophets, man. All right, that's been sent out, that hasn't been sent out, from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and you got to be aware of them, man. All right, and just synced a video, all right, of IUIC, all right, uniting with um, Islam, which is completely off, man. All right, and you can see, all right, IUIC has completely sold out, man. All right, to be coming to agreements or stumping, with Islam, all right, with the Nation of Islam, all right. So let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. It says, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Yeah, woe, all right, meaning destruction, all right, to the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep, all right. Hey, you scattering the sheep, man, all right. And it's not funny, all right, but we had a Jake, all right, come up to the camp, all right, with this Saturday, all right, who followed IUIC, all right, but the brother pretty much didn't know anything, man, all right. He had a few questions, all right. I'm not gonna say he didn't know anything, all right, but he didn't know what the MOTB was, all right, the mark of the beast, all right, which was very important, man, all right, and one of his first questions was, what do you have to be a prophet to make it, and about the fringes, all right? Is he going off and not wearing his fringes? And coming into this truth, a lot of brothers, probably watched IUIC coming in, all right, because it's pretty much the main thing, first thing you see, all right, because it's a big camp, all right. But then you learn, all right, and you start watching it, and Lord, deliver you that right path, man, all right, and show you who has the 100% truth. And IUIC is going off on a lot of things, man. The Lord name, all right, MOTB, all right, and a lot of more things, man. All right, but you scatter the sheep, you scatter the sheep, man. All right, and not just IUIC. All right, there's a lot of other camps, man. All right, Israelite camps. All right, but back to the scripture. It says, woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. All right, yeah, you lead guys astray, you speak down on the men, all right, on what the elder GMS on down, all right, who has the 100% truth, all right. So yeah, you what? You scattering, are you leading them astray, from having the 100% truth, all right. But it's all of the Lord, man, all right. Hey, these guys, hey, that's of these groups, all right, they're gonna figure out, who has the truth in the end, all right. But let's get verse 2. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them, because behold, I will visit you upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord. Yeah, all right, because there's a lot of evil that's goes on, all right, behind the scene. All right, Jake be selling out. All right, you took the cheese. Certain things. All right, you can't teach. And you just sold out. All right, and that's evil. To sell out, all right, and change up things. Not teaching the Lord's name. You know, and things like that, man. All right. So the Lord is going to visit you, man. You know, and Jake teaming up with uniting with the Nation of Islam. Hey, you're not gonna get anywhere with that shit, man. All right, trying to wake a whole bunch of niggas up, man. You know, niggas want to go to the projects. Trying to save a bunch of wild grapes, man. All right. So let's get this. Amos chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" You know? All right? Hell no, man. All right? Two can't walk together. All right? If they don't have no agreements. How can you stunt with some unbelievers? They don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? So how can you come to agreements? You know? And in the video, he said something like, us in Islam, come to find out we do have a lot of agreements. How, man? How is that? All right, with some guy that doesn't believe, that worship a whole nother, a false god, man. All right, but hey, I guess that's the agreements right there. All right, since you guys don't want to call on the name Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, I guess that's the agreements. You know, worshiping what Satan, want to call on Christ. You know, that's not the Lord's name. All right. But hey, how can you walk together with someone that doesn't agree with the same thing you do, what you believe in? You know, there's plenty of videos of IUIC, making videos about the Nation of Islam, coming against them. All right, so what's the big agreements now, man? All right, and a lot of these this is what's wrong with them right here, man. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." Yeah, hey, Jake is double-minded, man. All right. Hey, you can't go back, you know, and try to change things up after you done made plenty of videos showing how off it is, how they going off, and leading the people astray. And then all of a sudden, all right, you united with them, all right? Now y'all have an agreement on something. All right, hey, Jake done sold the hell out, man. All right, that's what it is. All right, and then Jake is double-minded, you know. For one period of time, you want to teach the Lord's name, and then come back, don't want to teach the Lord's name. Hey, man. Hey, man, hey, the Lord is revealing, all right, who has the 100% truth, man. All right? The Lord is revealing, all right, who is off, all right? You know, who is off through the Spirit, you know, and teaching lies, all right? But hey, the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice, only the elect, all right, is going to get, that 100% truth, man, all right? And open up and clearly see, that these other Israelite groups, man, doesn't have it, all right? And a lot of them is sold out, all right? So I ain't want to make this video too long, so I'm ending off with that. Giving all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, and give double honors to the elders and apostles of the millstone. Till next time, say shalom.